Hello and good evening for Thursday, September 5th, 2024. We have just finished watching the Week 7 Eviction in the Big Brother 26 house, but we're just getting started here on Super Mater Brothers Podcasting, a live stream here on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitch, where you might be listening to us in audio. I'm Dave Mater, joined with my brother Jeff Mater, and special guest tonight, Darryl Clarke. How are you doing tonight, Darryl?
Great. How are you guys doing?
We're great. Excited to talk about this season with you. And break it all down here. Spoilers, everybody. If you haven't watched tonight's episode, you don't want to hear it. Joseph has been evicted here in a 4-3 vote over who was it? Chemo. As Rubina pulled herself off the block. What a week it was. And we're going to talk all about here on this Quinn HOH as the pre-jury phase of the game comes to an end, and we can start looking into the next back half of the season. So let's talk all about it, guys. And Jaemeel Robinson expected to join us at some point once he gets off his wedding call, whatever that is. So, who's getting married? I'm not sure, guys. Let's talk about here tonight. But I want to start with you, Darryl. This is the first time we're chatting on a podcast about this season. How is this season going for you? And then we'll talk about tonight's result maybe in more depth.
Well, I think it's I've liked it so far. You know, it was I waited to come on till we're going to the jury. So
right, you didn't want to all these pre-jury boots weren't worth your time.
Yeah, like those, we won't see all those people again. So we'll just talk about who's left and what's going to happen in the jury house, and the different showmances that we have there.
Darryl, is it worth crying over that they're now in the jury phase?
No, they cry over everything. Jeez.
What was Quinn crying about?
I don't know. He was crying because his buddy Joseph left. Maybe I don't know.
Because he put him on the block. The whole season is filled with, "Hey, you're my ally. Oh, why don't I just put you on the block?"
Yeah, you're my number one, but first chance I get to put you on the block. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, okay. So about this particular week and this Quinn HOH, as we saw last week, they get who was voted out last week?
Tucker.
Tucker. Has it been a week? Has it only been a week since Tucker?
Yeah.
Man, it was longer. Tucker gets voted out last week, and that was pulled off here by Chelsea and Cam and a few others, Mackenzie. And right, but I guess ultimately here with Quinn, he goes after Tucker here. He kind of divides the house a little bit last week. And he's on this other side that doesn't include his Visionaries Alliance members like Chemo and Takor. And I guess the question here is, I know he didn't want Leah to use the veto here on Angela and force him to put up a renom. But ultimately, he had a choice here. He didn't have to put up Joseph, right? Why does he? But it's his reasoning shown in the episode is like, well, Takora, you were HOH last week, so because you didn't vote, you somehow have immunity from any kind of choice here. But I don't really get that.
He put the three people that voted to keep Tucker.
Yeah, once he put up Chemo, haven't you already declared war on your Visionaries allies? Takor certainly felt so. Right?
Oh yeah, he's screwed now. He's on the block for sure next week.
Yeah. I don't know. The only reason not to put him up is if you don't think he's a threat, but I think he still is. Even though he's not that likable as a character. He's kind of a villain from a TV perspective. And who has his back here in the back half? Nobody.
Yeah. It's funny. He was our number one pick in our draft.
He was our number one pick. Back when I thought he was a woman coming into the preseason, but I found out he wasn't. As we see here, Joseph gets voted out tonight. There's only, 3 men left? Is it just Quinn, Cam, and Chemo, right? So there's a very high chance of a woman winning this season now. I'm kind of curious to see if that's what's going to play out.
And in the background, they've been talking about an all-woman final six. That's Chelsea's
right.
been about that all week. Like I don't know if you guys watch the I go I go to the spoiler sites that give a rundown of what happened on the live feeds.
I think that's a mistake if I'm Chelsea.
Yeah,
because I think those girls will not like go with her. I think, but I don't know, when you saw the thing tonight with like Mackenzie rubbing Cam's hair and that whole controversy tonight, Dave, where it was, they're over it. They're sick of it. They can't have it.
Sick of it.
Yeah.
I thought Mackenzie was holding on for Crazy Eyes.
Nope, she's moved on.
She's moved on to Cam.
Cam,
and
who may have played a day in the CFL, or didn't quite.
Was he a Stamp?
No, he was in the. He went to training camps. I don't think he ever played.
No, he never played a game. He got to training camp. Oh, here he is.
Look who's
Sorry
here.
about that.
Yeah, he's
wedding prep.
Right.
Jaemeel, what are you doing? Oh my gosh!
Are you getting married?
No, gosh, geez, no, not me. Sorry. A good friend of mine is getting married on Saturday, and I'm the MC.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, congratulations to your friend.
Yes, I had to leave because they were not close to finishing, and I'm like, 9:15 was a hard stop. I gotta leave.
Well, okay, let's. I get it more. You're like, I'm on a wedding call. I'm like, what? But Jaemeel, you're with us.
Yep.
Hello and good evening. We were kind of breaking down this whole week. Quinn. I guess ultimately, his choice of nominees, the fact that Leah wins this veto, uses it on Angela, and then, ultimately it puts up his ally Joseph, who goes out here. So
no big loss. He's now cleared a path for himself. Who's his competition now?
Quinn?
For Leah's, obviously. That's what. That's ultimately what Quinn can try to win.
Now it will be Quinn in both of those sunglasses, right?
Yeah.
But still in the friend zone.
Unless Cam jumps in there.
Oh, Chelsea is really trying to get her grips on the Cam.
Oh, well, no, Chelsea, with Cam's laying on Mackenzie and cuddling up to her every night.
Cuddlegate.
Yeah, Chelsea's not happy.
Chelsea's also doing a lot of things as well as making comments about Cam's underwear and how crusty and smelly they are very publicly, which Cam did not enjoy.
Crusty.
Well, that's only one conclusion.
That's curious. Chelsea wants this kind of been the whole thing in the season with these showmances where it's kind of unrequited love all the time, where I guess Cam wants Mackenzie, but Mackenzie is holding on for Crazy Eyes, maybe, or she's moved on from him. And then there was the whole Rabina and Tucker thing. And who else am I missing here? Everyone wants Leah, but Leah doesn't really seem to want anybody, and
I was reading this that people were saying that Leah is playing possibly one of the best floater women games that we've seen in a long while, where she has these men that she definitely has on the hook, but she's clearly stated what their relationship is, which is not romantic, but yet they still pine for her and still seemingly want to do things for her. Things that she does against them are just, roll off their backs. There isn't that much, backlash if they purposely go against their wishes. It's like, oh, that's just Leah being Leah, you know. That's so cute how she used the veto after I explicitly told her not to.
Egged her.
Held onto her legs.
But like, I don't blame Leah for wanting to use it. She wanted fair and square, and I agree that like Angela is good for her end game. I think that my critique of it is like, I think like, could she have worked with Quinn saying, I'm going to use this, let's figure out the correct renom, because I don't think Joseph going up was good for her either.
Why did Quinn not put up Mackenzie
or Takor?
So Chelsea felt that Takor should have went up. If we're explicitly looking, if Quinn's reasoning is individuals who voted to keep Tucker, right? That's the theme of what
Joseph
he's.
did.
Well, Joseph did, yeah. So that's why Joseph went up.
Yeah, those three. Yeah,
He was trying to make it fair, quote unquote fair. It doesn't, which is wrong. You're not trying to make things fair in Big Brother. You're trying to get out the people that you're not aligned with, right? And the people that won't take you further in the game. And like, really, the way that T-Core kind of talks about Quinn and her reaction to what Quinn has been doing, she's not gonna be there as a person that's gonna propel Quinn to the end game. So he should have put up T-Core.
Well, one thing the vote showed also is Leah and Angela are on the outside, because Angela's saying, oh, I couldn't get you the votes, Chemo, so I have to vote you out. But they had the votes to keep them.
Right. Who was the third vote?
Angela's in the dark in that house. She doesn't know what the hell's going on.
Angela
and Cam, right? Why did Cam not vote with Chelsea and the rest of them? Like,
that was because he wanted to get out of Chemo, and because I guess he thought Joseph was better for his game. He said that as much, right? So that was why Chelsea was upset with him, and like the whole Mackenzie rubbing the hair. I was surprised Mackenzie voted Joseph out. I thought it would, like, I was surprised once she voted. I was like, oh, Joseph's gone, but I was like, I expected her to vote Chemo out. Chemo was basically been against Mackenzie from the beginning, you know, as far as like, you know, sides of the house. So it really made no sense why she did that. Like Joseph was right in his exit interview. Like, he's like, I'm surprised because that doesn't really make any sense to me. But what I want to talk about is this Quinn. Okay, Quinn. He is a bad player of this game, but the show.
What are you talking about?
Big dogs eat.
The show is trying to portray this guy as he's like this really good mastermind player, and you know he's kind of a joke of a player. Like, he really is. Like, he's so annoying because his real personality in the house is kind of like, you know, like a meek kind of, like, you know, like his real personality is not the personality that he shows in the DR. The you know, and it's really annoying because it's like, I think I would like him if he was just like himself in the DR, but he puts on this like persona character
wrestler.
He's a WWE heel in the DR.
But you have to assume Big Brother's telling him to like really amp it up.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But at the same time, like, it just like then
he should just ignore it like Cam.
Yeah, well, Cam, I don't think Cam cares if he wins, loses, what time the day is. Like, he just doesn't seem like he has any interest in even playing the game.
Shout out to all my dogs in the crib.
Cam has, you could tell he has sports media training because he's so samey. You know, like, it's like, all I want him to do is like 110%. You know, we listen to Coach. You know, Coach
taking those corners.
Obviously, you know, we go out there, we give it our all, and obviously nobody's trying to lose. You know, so when we win, you know, that's good. Yeah,
it's not so good. Yeah.
Shout out all my dogs at the crib.
Same thing with Cedric. Cedric, you know, didn't have media training. That's why he was like always talking like, I'm gonna attack the camera, you know, and then his hands and his face like he's in a rap video, you know.
Yes, he was a lot like Quinn too, actually, the way he was like on the show, especially in the DR.
They're told to ramp it up. You can tell, like, they don't know what to do, so they're like, I gotta be loud and aggressive and like, oh my gosh, I get called in for a lot of DRs because they like me. Like, so one of the things that people were speculating is Joseph had this self-inflated like thoughts about himself and how popular he was because Big Brother kept calling him constantly in for DRs, but we never saw those DRs at all.
Right.
So it's possible that they just did it because they're like, let's just rev this guy up so he thinks he's much better than he actually is, and just like we know the reality of how practically is just really a big joke.
Oh yeah, he was Dr. Will by the end.
Yeah, he was this season's Dr. Will.
He wanted to be Dr. Will. He said,
but he wasn't Dr. Will Big Brother season 2. He was Big Brother All Stars Dr. Will, who loses because he can't win competitions or throws competitions.
Yeah. That's a Joseph. Yeah, kept throwing.
This AI competition tonight was so in Rubina's, strength because she's the shortest.
Because she's 3'10".
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Shout out to all my small girls out there. You can do anything.
Yeah, and she was flying around that compared to the other two.
Oh yeah.
They were just taking their time, going through, going under.
When they showed the veto and they're all in their jumpsuits, I thought Chemo was 6'5". Because you saw all the other players. You saw like Rubina, Quinn, Joseph. They all look like little Oompa Loompa people. Like they're so short. Like
Leah too.
Leah too, yeah.
Yeah,
Chemo looked like a giant. And
I don't think he's that tall.
No, I think he's like 5'10" at best.
Yeah. If that, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't pay to be a tall person in this house. Remember Matt? He's in the Matt.
I just got a call, like, okay, folks, saying he's not that tall. He's 5'10". So like, just a little average height. He's average height.
Yeah.
Just average height.
5'10" to people that are 5'5" or 5 feet tall. That's huge.
Yeah. No, fair enough. It reminded me of Game of Thrones where they had the giant and then everyone else, like
Chemo's the
He's gonna win a competition just because of his height advantage.
Here's my favorite thing of this week was actually from like this whole thing from last night's episode where we see this moment here where Joseph says to Angela, I can't believe you're still here. Like, I can't believe you're still in this game, quite frankly. Not trying to be mean to you, but it's, it's what kind of game are you playing? And then, like, he gets put on the block. And in this episode tonight, he has to go, like, eat his words with a knife and fork, as Angela would say, and then say, I was sorry. I'm sorry about that.
This is great.
When Angela gets to have the, here's your knife and fork to eat your words in a Big Brother game where she has no clue what's going on and she's just like completely in the dark and crying all the time. When she's able to like laugh at you, it's kind of like that's low.
But this is great. This is why you hype people up. Right? He thought he was like, oh yeah, me and Tucker to the end, man. Yeah. Like we're the top 2 stars of this season.
He's untouchable.
Yeah. Everyone thought he was the AI instigator because he was talking such a big game.
Yeah, I thought as soon as he said that, to Angela, I thought, shit, you're going home. It don't fucking matter.
That's it.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. And she gets saved here by Leah. She was saved by Tucker, and the power of veto has only been used like on like in other nominees so many times. I guess the Tucker example more crazy than the Leah one, but the fact that Angela has been saved here twice, that she's the bane of Quinn's existence, and that Quinn keeps trying to get her out, it can't, is great TV, quite frankly.
Yeah, and with the power of veto being used like every week.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. It's been used more than ever.
Yeah.
Right?
No, not yet.
It won't be now because now there's no AI.
Now. But then they have to use it. Like that's the only way they can get off the block.
True. You would think it would get used more, but I think it'll get used less now because I think when you have the 3 people on the block, you're like, well, I don't even want to risk them, doing the AI arena or whatever for whatever reason.
Because they're afraid of them saving themselves and then targeting them in return, which I think is a good thing for the game structure. And I actually don't think that, or we'll see if we're gonna like it when we just go back to the traditional 2 nominees, just the veto and the eviction for the rest of the game forward. Because I think this 3 nominees thing, with only 2, I like that it's only 2 at the end when you vote. But I like that there's 3 in the mix, that there's all this stuff. I don't like that Julie's like, now remember, you can strategize once you know who the final 2 nominees are.
They need to remove that.
Well, they did it last week. That one was kind of fun. Yeah,
tonight they just went into another room together for whatever reason, and then
they did that last week.
I think it should go
with
right
Tucker, where they
vote.
kicked everyone out, and they're like, it's just us talking.
Right, but this
like,
week they all went. Joseph went in there and Chemo went in there too, so it wasn't like they were going to have a separate conference.
It should go right to the vote.
Right to the vote. Like they've had time to think about this.
Yeah, you have.
I don't mind it. They're just using it wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, but now it's over.
It's over.
Until they do like a double eviction, and then they're like, okay, scramble.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's got to be a double eviction coming up somewhere.
In 2 weeks, I would imagine. We'll probably get a normal eviction next week, and then the next one is double.
So Angela goes out, and then Quinn right after.
Maybe on the same night, yeah. Like that could be
first 2 members of the jury house.
I think Quinn's right. Angela's gonna go right to the final.
Why shouldn't she? She like why shouldn't she?
His words, she's gonna be dragged to the end at my expense, and could be.
And that's taking $75,000 from you, and it's taking it from me.
Would I rather Quinn have $75,000 than Angela? Not particularly.
No, I want Quinn to finish 3rd.
And get nothing.
Yeah,
just
to get a sniff of it and get to the end here. Yeah, like
no, I want him and Angela to be in the jury house together for a long period of time.
That would be good. That would be good.
Yeah, if they're the first 2 jury members.
So after this Joseph eviction, I got to think that the person who's the best positioned now, including this Tucker vote last week, is Chelsea. I feel like she has completely flipped this around, and she's in a much stronger position. Maybe not with this showman she wants with Cam.
Do you think she wants a showmance with Cam? I think
she likes Cam.
Oh, okay. I thought it was more like she's just sick of Mackenzie and Leah wrapping their fingers around guys and getting them to do what they want and stuff.
Yeah. Well, usually people have a problem with that when they're like, "Why can't I do the same thing?"
Fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
I think she's done with Cam now, though. Now that he's been laying all over Mackenzie.
Yeah.
Cuddling with her every night.
We'll see.
Decor does not approve either.
Which I don't understand. What does it doesn't vote them out then? Don't get mad, vote them out. That should be your thing. Don't get angry about it. Just vote them out if you feel like they're not going to work with you. Right?
Yeah. Maybe.
Do you think Chemo is going to want to know who the 3 votes were to vote him out tonight? And do you think Chemo will take some revenge on those 3 players? And who are those 3 players? It's Angela, it's Leah, and it's Cam.
Well, that was going back to the Sunday episode, if you remember, or was it last Thursday? After she was talking to Chemo about, too bad you didn't vote for me, and he's like, I did vote to save you, Angela. Right, and she does not return the favor to Chemo.
Awkward. That was awkward. That was great.
In particular, is going to I could see Chemo wanting to target Angela, but at the same time, does Chemo have time to worry about Angela? It seems like Cam is probably his biggest competition at this point, or even Quinn.
I'd say if I'm Chemo, I would want Chelsea out.
You would want Chelsea out.
Yes. But that's
probably
correct. I would want her because she's the smartest person in the house. I mean, I don't think it's close with really anybody else. I mean, I don't think Quinn would probably be the next smartest, I guess, but he is just like not.
I would say T-Core is before Quinn. Just T-Core doesn't really do anything.
Right. She's very indecisive.
Yeah.
Indecisive, but she's loyal to her people. Like
she's loyal to the soil.
No, not Tucker.
Not Tucker.
Not Quinn.
Yeah, not Quinn. Yeah, I love how they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I want to believe the visionaries is still this thing." It's like, why are you lying to the audience? Like, you guys know it's not a thing anymore. Like, you're going, like, stop it. Like,
it's a thing. It's a thing because Quinn's in power, and I want him to not put me up. So
just say that.
Yeah.
Like they're like lying to the audience. Stop it. Everyone knows.
Yeah. Well, if T-Core or Chemo or Rabina get in power, you think they're going to try and get revenge for Tucker?
Rabina, yes, I think will.
Which I think is dumb. You didn't really care about Tucker. Just say that you want to get Quinn out because there's always a possibility. Yeah, it's better for you. Don't like we're doing this for Tucker. You ain't doing it. Rabina might do it for Tucker.
Yeah, but no, she's doing it because like she said throughout the whole week this week, where it's like, oh, Quinn won, so I don't feel good about this. Yeah, because he's gonna put you up. Yeah, you do. So it's the same thing. Like Quinn won't feel good if Rabina wins HOH. I guarantee you that.
Well, like, who will Quinn feel good about winning HOH?
Maybe Chelsea. And that's
it. Like he would have been. He probably would have felt good about Joseph winning HOH had he stayed, but Joseph would have easily put Quinn up, as we heard all this episode and even a little bit last night. That was done. I do like that the targets keep shifting around the house, like who is kind of aligned with who and who is going after who. Like that has been a little bit fluid this season, which I'm appreciating.
Yeah. So Jeff, are you liking? I know you typically like where one side is versus another side, but right now what we're seeing with this season, Dave just alluded to, there are no sides because everyone just keeps on, like, just keeps shifting. Exactly. Yeah, this person's my target. I was aligned with them last week, but
it seems like nobody's friends with anybody. The only thing I can decipher from the season is that Rabina, Takor, and Chemo don't seem to be against each other. Other than that, all bets are off.
Yeah, those three will never target each other.
We'll see.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, when there's three people left in a room and there's one fork.
Yeah.
Okay.
What happens? Yeah, like I'm curious to see who gets the power next. Do you think that Mackenzie will want to get revenge for Matt on Angela?
No,
I think she's totally divorced from that whole situation.
She doesn't even remember Matt's name. She just remembers Crazy Eyes.
What was mentioned though that she did have an issue with was she made some comments about why was it that Tucker and Rabina were able to come out as a couple, right, and be together for like a period of time, but Matt and myself were hinting at looking into developing something, and just the wisp of that was enough to like just bomb Matt out of the game completely.
Because
he was a little bit bitter about that. Yeah. And that was
when went nuclear on Matt in front of the entire house, and then everyone was like, I guess this is what we gotta do.
It's easy out. Like, why would you? I'm not gonna disagree.
It's a huge
it's early in the season. They have no loyalty to Matt, so fine. Yeah. If better him than me. But I think that it was kind of a combination of a few things, mostly just with Angela's personality being the driving factor there. The fact that she singled out Matt right from the first meeting, saying like, this guy's too tall and good looking, and I don't like it. And he's going for this pretty girl, and they're gonna be a power couple, and it just drove her crazy. And the rest of the house was like, I guess that's okay. Good. Like, so I guess the hints here are don't flirt in the first week.
Yeah, but now that may be bad for Cam. If Cam's cozying up to the Black Widow,
right? Yeah, like
another guy.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if like this flirt, whatever is going on between Cam and Mackenzie, if this ends up being like the downfall of Cam or Mackenzie's game, that would be kind of interesting to see play out, in particular with Cam, because I think like he's the guy, even though I have him in the draft, I'm not feeling like I need to see Cam win. I feel like I would rather see him be the victim of like Angela or some kind of like plot, or even
Leah
Chelsea.
beats him. Leah beats him. He gets out.
I feel like the most like appropriate winner of this season will be Angela. I think she'll encapsulate this season and like the cast and like the chaos that it has been. Like if she wins, I'll kind of be satisfied with it, because I'll be like, yeah, that she's a great representation of how this season has gone.
Yeah.
That's true.
Most of them I wouldn't mind seeing win.
Really, most
I'd say. Like I wouldn't mind if Quinn wins. Like that's not what I kind of want, but I don't think it's a bad outcome. Cam winning feels like at this time feels like a bad outcome.
If Cam wins, I feel like I'm watching Big Brother Canada. What that slow moving, just win competitions at the end, boring narrative. Just no.
Sure. Yeah, you're right. Cam would fit right in on Big Brother Canada. He's exactly that kind of a player. I took Cam so Darryl couldn't in the draft. So so Darryl took Chemo instead. Chemo, I think, could win this game, and I think that
reach advantage.
So tall. So tall. And I always think he's so much older than he is, but he's only 35.
Rubina is also 35, my age, but you wouldn't know it. She acts like she's like 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's also on my team. I have the two.
You have
Chemo
and Rubina.
Yeah.
Kimbina.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, Rubina feels like a long shot to win at this time. Like but maybe not. Like
I don't think she's respected.
She scurries to a victory. There's like a mousetrap challenge and she wins.
Yeah, but by the way, when she came down the stairs and she was already crying, I'm like, you're blowing it. Like Julie's gonna do the reveal, you're blowing the reveal.
She was already like covering her mouth. And she was I mean, she should be happy she won. Like,
yes.
I guess she to beat two men, I think it was tall men too. These giants. So all these things. Decor is an interesting one for me, because I think like a lot of people like her in the house, and I think she could win, but I am not rooting for Decor at this time. You are.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Yeah, but her voice is weird.
Oh, her accent is a cross, but to get this, Darryl,
yeah,
it's a cross between London, England, Atlanta, Georgia, and Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah,
that is her accent.
Yeah,
like she'll sound normal for a while, and then she'll throw some word in there that sounds like she's in, London, and then it's like, where'd that come from?
And then there'll be a Chicago kind of like accent going on, and then there'll be like a Southern drawl, and you're like, what the?
I want to hear her swear. I want to hear her swear.
I prefer when she whispers, because then she has no accent.
Yeah.
And then it's just like I can understand her completely throughout there. So her in the diary room, I'm just like, Jane's always like, it doesn't bother me. I'm like, oh, fine.
It doesn't bother me, but it you kind of like your ears perk up. You go, that is strange, that accent.
Yeah.
Like you
listen more intensely.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like that scene in Inglourious Bastards where the German's guy, like, you're got a weird accent, dude. Like, where are you from? Leah, I think, would be a fun winner.
Oh, it'd be so hilarious. So hilarious. Quinn votes for her. I can't wait to see her outside. I can't wait to see her outside of Big Brother, and then she's like, she wins, and her boyfriend shows up.
Yeah. And it's just like a big nerd guy, like like it's just like
and then she's like, he had no chance.
Like Leah, I thought Leah's only from Pittsburgh. She's actually works in Miami, and I feel like she has many suitors in her real world life. Than
some big beefy Latino like Puerto Rican nerd dude.
Right.
What, like Joseph?
No,
Yeah,
like Joseph. No, I mean beefy, like
Beefy.
like rotund,
She likes the rotund guy.
like Samoan-esque.
Joseph says, I can gain some weight. Don't worry. You know, like
Oh my
he's in
God.
Tampa. She's in Miami and not that far. Right?
She's like, it's
That's
not
true.
far enough.
Yeah, it's not far enough. We'll be showing up.
She's going back to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Joseph goes
I'd
back.
rather live in the cold than have Joseph creeping on me.
Oh my gosh.
And in terms of who's left, that just leaves us with Chelsea and Angela, who we've talked a little here. Like I think Chelsea's, I think
And
she'll be a
Mackenzie.
worthy winner. I think Chelsea is somebody you can see she's working the game. She's got her moves. I think she's kind of responsible here for tonight with Joseph going out, or she's a part of that tonight, because Joseph and her were not getting along. Even he says that in his exit interview to Julie that we kind of never quite worked or weren't quite meshing that well game wise. She was fine to cut him, but was okay. If she had to abandon that plan this week, she was willing to do so as well. She got Tucker out. She's got a resume, Chelsea, and I'm surprised she's not being more targeted at this stage
Because it didn't come during her HOHs.
Right. Well, this whole thing where she got to court, not to put her up, right? Just based on, the black woman thing. But here we saw that Chelsea's like, I won't put up to court, but I will get other people like Quinn to put up to court.
Yeah. Which is what you're supposed to like. Why waste your HOH and getting blood in your hands when you can get other people to do your dirty work?
Only if you can actually get them to do it. Obviously, Quinn didn't do that here.
Quinn's like, I'm going to go after my main person. It's like, have someone else take care of Angela.
Yeah. Well, I think that Quinn winning power here, I don't think was good for his game this week. I think he probably would have got a better outcome to his game other than like maybe him getting evicted this week. I don't know if Joseph necessarily would have went out on anybody else's HOH. Maybe
Leah's.
Leah would have got him out.
Don't worry, you're just a pod. Okay, I trust you. I'm sorry. I just love this narrative that like they were totally just blinded by like the opportunity of like hooking up with Leah, and she had no plans to even entertain that. She pretty much said so. Like she's been talking smack about Quinn all over the house, and people haven't really looped Quinn into all the crap that she's talking. So Quinn still pining for her is hilarious, and it's hilarious to a lot of house guests too.
What kind of smack are we talking about here? What are her critiques of Quinn?
She's generally talked about, I think from what I read, didn't like his personality, doesn't enjoy his gameplay at all. There was like specific things that she did not like.
Well, even like tonight, guys, like when Quinn does that whole like begging thing, and then he like gives that hug around her, and I was just thinking to myself, like because the show's already like friend zone, but it's just like I'd be like if I was Leah, I'd be like, can you let go of me, like hugging me and like begging, like it was pathetic. It was like embarrassing, like it was just like
Mackenzie and Cam do it. Why can't we?
No,
yeah,
one's played with like comical music, and the other one has more romantic music playing. That's what it's presentation. It's what we know is happening.
Yeah.
Cam, at least go ahead.
They both got the big friend zone over top of their scenes.
Yeah. I thought Joseph had a little bit more of a chance, but no, it is not true. Yeah. I know. And I just said to Jane last time, like, I don't think Leah's interested in anybody in this house. Like, I don't think that's what she's here for.
Yeah. She's here for the money.
She's here for the money. That's
Which people should like.
Yeah.
Especially when you're like got like whatever it is now. It's like a 1 in 11 chance, or what is it? 1 in 10?
What do we left? We have 7 people evicted now, right? So 9 left.
9 left. So you got 1 in 9 chance of winning what, $500,000 or what, $750,000
plus Angela, so it's like 1 in 8, really.
So it's like really 1 in 8. If I were me, I would Focus on that.
Yeah, like I think if the ladies can get out Cam next, like, and probably after that, it's probably Quinn would be the next after Cam, just for competition abilities.
But should we not have the conversation, like the actual conversation?
Mhm.
This would be the opportune time to have an all women's alliance.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but all right.
Like I'm just saying, like if it were to happen, this would be the time.
Right, but all right. Let's look at the women that are left in the house. We have Chelsea, we have Angela, we have Mackenzie, we have Leah, we have Rubina, and we have T-Core. That's the sort of 6, and there's 3 guys. Okay,
Right.
Those 6 women, even if they say they're the final 6, is that good for like most of the women? Like you know what I mean? Like once they get to the final 6, like if I'm Chelsea and I'm trying to win the game, I need Cam on my side. Because I need to win competitions and I need to make sure that I have power. Now, what happens is if Chelsea gets to the final 6 with those 5 women, and like Angela wins HOH by some chance, she might not keep me. She might want me out over like the Leahs and the T-Cores and the people that she may have perceived were helping her more or whatever,
Would this be like the women's version of the cookout? Because once you finally do to get down to that final 6, then it really gets ugly.
What's their alliance name? Girls' Night Out?
Girls' Night Out. It won't happen because one of these 6 women is Angela. Okay, like
the 5 of you that came to my HOH room, and had me convinced for a second, you are all great actors. We're like, what?
Low budget movie.
Low budget movie.
I don't buy any of it.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Who do they
That's
think
right. I need more people rejecting alliances publicly.
I can't imagine Rubina and Takor turning on Chemo either. I think that's the other thing that would have to happen for this to be.
I think Chemo's a lost cause.
Well, maybe he is, but I think Takor even more so is incredibly loyal to him. Like,
which to me, like Chelsea's willing to work with Takor if she could trust her.
Right. I think that is Takor as open the other way.
That's the problem.
Yeah, it doesn't seem
because at the beginning of Quinn's HOH, Chelsea was trying to put together an alliance of Quinn, Chelsea, Mackenzie, Takor, and I think there was one more person.
Chemo?
No, it wasn't. It didn't include Chemo at all. It didn't include Chemo.
Well,
and Angela wasn't there.
So do you feel like Takor would cut Chemo if she had to?
She should,
but would is different.
Probably not.
No, probably not. She's gonna go down with that ship, unfortunately.
I feel like because Takor's got like 2 gay moms, right? From what I understand.
I didn't know.
And I think Chemo being a gay man, I think that she just gravitates towards him and is like, that's just
probably something to that. Yeah.
You know,
he's a gay Hawaiian. He's representing the gays and the Hawaiians.
If you see Takor's boyfriend, you can see Chemo and that boyfriend sharing a lot of similar clothing styles.
Is the boyfriend from Hawaii as well?
No, he isn't.
No,
he isn't. Very fashion conscious.
I was thinking today when in Chemo's little speech, he's like, "I'm here to represent for all the Native Hawaiians." I'm like, well, Joseph's representing for the Latino community, but we're gonna measure which representation matters more.
We're all representing that,
We're all representing something, but
yeah.
And then Rubina goes, "I'm representing the Flip Mode Squad."
Yeah.
And then Angela goes. She starts talking, and everyone's like, "Whoa, hold on!"
I'm representing the Mormons.
I'm representing the white women everywhere. Woo! Woo! Start twerking.
Yeah. Representing for Utah and all white people in Utah.
Yeah. If ever there was a minority group, the white women of Utah.
White women of Utah. Oh my gosh.
Speaking on that, Julie Chen is she now Auntie Julie Chen? Forever after this?
I don't know, but Dave, can we stop it with the "you look beautiful"?
Ravishing.
Ravishing. Stop. Got enough.
Hello. And then Leah's like, "Hello, Julie. You look ravishing, but I'm stunned right now."
I missed my Joseph tonight in the voting because he would have said something actually interesting.
He wouldn't have said, "You look amazing."
No.
Or how do I look?
I used to have that dress, and then my parents got a job. That's what they used to say. I always loved that joke.
People should burn Julie because that would be way better.
She won't like it.
Well, yeah, you can love one another,
Love one another.
We need a theology student to just kind of quote scripture, but it's like insulting scripture.
Yeah, absolutely.
Julie, 1985 called. They want their perm back, or so it's just something. Like.
Or what if they start saying something about like Les Moonves or something like that?
God,
that would be the end of shout outs. That would be great.
Have you been in contact with Mr. Epstein lately?
Yeah. Have you gone by your husband's office at CBS? Oh wait. You can't.
Yeah.
I was trying to see if I could find any spoilers for tonight, but no, I can't see.
I'm not even going to try. Look, I learned my lesson.
But that's true, yeah. Because a couple of weeks ago, Jaemeel said, "I got the new HOH, everybody," and he tells us it was going to be Cam, and then it ended up being Takor that week.
I trusted Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter, a little bit too much at face value.
So I'm enjoying the season. I'm actively always looking forward to the next episode, so I'm happy about that this season. And while we're on here, guys, maybe are you guys excited about this next season of Survivor that's coming out in 2 weeks? We're less than 2 weeks, right? At this point,
as excited as I was for the last 5, Dave. This new version of Survivor is a pale imitation of what the show I once loved.
No, there's no more Sweater Savvy.
There's no more what?
Sweater Savvy at the first challenge. There's no Sweater Savvy this season.
Oh,
they replaced it.
Sweater. Oh, you have to like take the bricks back and forth or something.
Something like that. Remember, it's either you like solve this puzzle that's very, a mind challenge, or you have to brute force this thing. So you can't Jelinski yourself out of the game.
Jelinski ruined it for everybody.
What? Just made me think of this other moment because we brought up Survivor here, was on tonight when they're like, let's eavesdrop on the house guests after they voted out Joseph. And then they're like, so Rubina, what was the competition? And she's like, on Survivor with the ropes? And like nobody cared about Joseph. I felt like,
no.
Yeah. Joseph's gone, but
it's a far cry from everyone crying after Tucker leaving last week.
I have to say that this cast in general they're kind of fake, like with all their emotions and stuff. Like you're right, like they're talking about that, like they're all upset. Oh, Joseph, I have to vote, or I have to vote Kiba. Oh, it's so upsetting. It's just like, come on, like you guys are like, and then you go to the DR and you guys are pretty ruthless about it. So it's just like I don't know, like whatever.
And then after they say, "Oh, you're all on the jury," they all start crying. Like,
we made it. We're gonna get paid.
It's like it's disingenuous. The whole season is like kind of like only people that have stood out to me as being like pretty genuine are like, Tucker really stood out. He was himself the whole time, I would say. Angela as well, but Angela is like a weird person. Like she really is.
Just a general weird person.
Yeah. She like as far as like her, she's a bully 1 second and then she's like the ultimate victim. And it's really tough to watch her.
I don't call people names.
Yeah,
but I do.
I would never do that.
Yes, I don't call people names, but I'll purposely mock the way they walk, like I did for Lisa.
Yeah, and she did call her names too.
She called her a twit.
Yeah.
And she called Matt Crazy Eyes. I think that's some kind of name calling. I'm Crazy Eyes.
Give me more delusional people.
Yeah, no, they're great
That's-
TV. Keep
they're
bringing them.
great
Keep bringing them. But it's
Yeah.
because it is something to talk about. But like, yeah, it is not. It is very disingenuous.
Yes.
Sometimes when we're watching these people, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. So, I'm enjoying that. Survivor, coming out. We'll do a cast preview soon and a draft. Jeff says he wants to draft that Pod Save America guy.
No,
Oh
No.
yeah.
no,
John Lovett.
no. I
He's-
don't want him.
he's-
Anyone else can have him.
This will be last pick. Are we?
He has
are
like
we,
a whole Wikipedia page.
Oh yeah, he's very famous for being a dink.
So, not John Lovitz. He's John Lovett.
Yeah.
So we'll break all that down. How many house guests are there? 18. Okay.
Oh,
So-
for Survivor.
Yeah, so for Survivor. Yeah, not house guests. Castaways. They're known there. There's no house. Okay. Well, guys, thanks for being with us tonight. Thanks for breaking this down tonight with us, Darryl. I hope you'll come back again. Talk some more Big Brother.
Now that we got the jury, I'll come back.
All right. Now we got those forgettable players out of the way. We can
Daryl, do you have anything to promote?
Just you got to send me your address, Jaemeel, because I have this for you.
Oh, Vulgar-thon.
Ooh.
And
Ooh.
there's the back. And I also got a poster.
Is that special
Autograph.
coin or whatever?
Yeah, they gave us this coin, and
Right.
Daryl's
I'm
always
talking
a friend, always a hardcore friend. I appreciate it. You're not going to talk about 4:30?
it is what it is.
Sorry.
Does it come out? Like
It comes out on September 13th.
There you go.
They had
There's
the,
the
the
Can we
premiere
watch it in
was-
Canada?
Yeah.
No.
Well,
No. It's
Well,
showing in one theater. It's showing in one theater. They're doing one presentation because Kev's in Vancouver.
on Saturday.
The rumor has it that whoever bought the rights to it are only going to do it through streaming
Okay.
for 4:30.
Yeah, it comes out on the 13th, but it's from what I hear, it's only in like limited theaters. So
But Kevin said it's everywhere.
He
said it's everywhere.
He got Ken Young not to stop Mass Singer to come do this movie. How did he accomplish that?
it was only for a couple days, I think. He's like the manager at the theater.
That's awesome.
who
That's
is?
Ken Young.
Ken Young.
Oh yeah, I know he's in the movie. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The Rio Theater in Toronto is the only one showing it on Sunday.
What? Oh wait.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, because he's doing that premiere in Vancouver on Saturday.
There is a screening in Toronto. When is it?
Well, I'm assuming the Rio Theater is in Toronto. Is it? It's
No, I think that's in
Canadian premiere.
Vancouver.
Oh,
No,
is
that's in Vancouver.
it? Oh, so okay, never mind. So we can't go to that. Well,
Yeah, who
I guess we
knows?
could.
Like, I've seen people commenting online that they can't find it in any of the Regal theaters, or no, in the AMC theaters anywhere.
Yeah.
Because even for Clerks 3, I was able to I still was able to go to the theater. I had to time it correctly. They only had so many showings, but they did have it here in Burlington. So,
But he'll be shooting. He's going to start shooting a new Jay and Silent Bob this fall.
yeah,
Jay
reboot
and
again.
Silent Bob. No, it's called Store Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Him and Jay have a dispensary, and they're in a war with the rival dispensary.
Oh, okay. Are they going to kill off more beloved characters? Just wondering.
Maybe
Probably.
they can bring him back because this
They
could
can
be
bring-
before he got killed. He got killed off.
It's true. Bring them back as ghosts.
Well, that's what he had talked about doing in Clerks 4.
Hey, yeah, he's like, damn it, I don't have Dante.
He already had in Clerks 3. He already played a ghost.
That's
Him and
true.
Rosario.
Yeah, and this is a world where God is Alanis Morissette, and so they can they have license to do a lot of different things here.
Yeah,
so.
he can do whatever the fuck he wants. I guess he can just
True.
bring
He's got
people
magic
back.
in this world.
Well,
So-
Rosario's in 4:30 movie as a
A new character.
theater goer.
Okay.
There's
Well,
one
you know,
guy. I don't know if you guys know this guy, DJ Gove.
I know the name.
Yeah.
DJ Gove, right?
Yeah. He's one of that, like he paid like $2,000 or $3,000 or whatever to get a cameo in the movie. And I guess he spills popcorn on Rosario.
Oh, that's
his claim to fame in the movie.
That's what $2,000-$3,000 gets you. A spill on Rosario.
Spill some popcorn.
Popcorn. Sorry.
Was he the guy that? Was he the guy that like Kevin produced the movie for?
No, he cosplays as Kevin. Like he looks sort of like Kevin.
Oh, gotcha.
Like Kevin used to look when he was fat.
He's old Kevin.
He looks like 2015 Kevin.
Yeah, exactly. He looks like if he dresses like him like that.
So next Bulgathon, there's gonna be like an Elvis reunion where there's like different era Kevins showing up. There's like Dogma 98 with a poster protesting a movie Kevin. You know,
yeah, you gotta have like sweater that long. Where they had the jorts and he had the long sweater vest for a while. Before
or you get chased, you get Mallrats chasing Amy Kevin with the glasses and the hair.
He had that whole baseball jersey era.
Yeah. But the thing is, he's sold like at the different auctions he does. You know, he's sold off all his old clothes.
Right. Well, we were there.
Literally, the clothes off of his back he sold.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you guys saw like in Toronto when he came up a couple of years ago, you know, made like nearly 13,000 selling old hockey jerseys and shit.
Did he declare when he crossed the border? Yeah.
He's like, do you have anything to declare? Oh yeah, just all my old clothes, which I'm gonna sell just to people in the audience. That was show.
Yeah, because he just brought that suitcase and I was up there on stage holding everything for him.
Right
but
you're a great Vanna, Darryl. You're a great Vanna.
Yeah, and he's also talking about doing Moose Jaws too. So
I've been waiting.
No,
because he promised to kill beloved characters in that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
now he changed it. He's not killing Jay and Silent Bob. That's his cash cow.
Like, what will I do next year when I need to make a movie?
Well, you'd still kill them and like make it like it's not like part of the universe. Like it's like just
right,
like
or just like it's like it's a multiverse kind of thing.
Yeah,
he does it. It's a Deadpool. It's a Deadpool type of situation where
they'll be
didn't really happen.
Yeah, we'll see ghosts of them, like like Obi-Wan and Vader after he went back.
Yeah, he's good now. Stop the Emperor. Well, good stuff. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, Darryl. I'm gonna try to see if I can find it here, or at least on streaming in the next month. Hopefully, I can check out the film.
Yeah, if I hear anything, I'll let you guys know where you can find it, because I'm sure it's not in any theaters in Canada.
Dave, drive down to Smodcastle and watch it.
Yeah, you can drive to Smodcastle.
Well, I am off next week. So theoretically, I could do
there
that.
You go.
But can I go a little closer? Can I go to like Buffalo?
Maybe, but you can also, Chronicon's coming up.
Is it
October 11th to 13th in Chicago?
October,
It's a little bit too close to Thanksgiving.
True.
Yeah, and I guess there's some Jewish holidays that weekend too.
Yom Kippur,
Rosh Hashanah,
something, because I have, I've seen people commenting about it online.
Yeah, people were complaining about that. I remember that. I think that's the reason why New York Comic Con is a week later.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yom Kippur is October.
See, I'm an ally to the Jewish Jewish folks.
So you're not going to the Chronicon?
Oh, that's not the reason why I'm
I won't go to this out of respect for the Jewish holiday. All right. Well, with all that, I think we sign off for the night. Thanks for being with us. Look out for our Survivor coverage coming up in 2 weeks, and we'll be finishing out this season. We'll check in with you guys next time for the week 8 eviction. Now that we're in the
Yes.
jury phase.
Did you all do in memory of James Darren yesterday?
We did. Yeah.
Did?
Yeah, we played out with some Vic Fontaine last night. What, you want to hear some more?
Sure, why not?
Why not?
You died
Is
the day
it
before,
Cisco? Is it?
Gabriel Bell?
Yeah.
Gabriel Bell, but no,
He did not
Vic,
survive the Bell riots.
Vic Fontaine did die. Okay, here we'll leave this one. We'll play this one out here for Joseph on the end. We'll see you next time, everybody. Thanks to Darryl, Jaemeel, and Jeff. Make sure to check out all our great content on the United Federation of Podcasts. And here's to the losers.
Oh, here's to the losers. Here's to the losers. Here's to the losers. Bless them all.
Until then.
From outside the Big Brother house, I'm Julie Chen Moonves. Love one another. Good night.
Beam up some Star Trek content with Live Long and Podcast. Tune in to X-Rated, the X-Men animated review show. Artistic interviews with graphic histories. A roundtable movie discussion with Hey, did you see this one? And movie reviews with Hold Up, a movie podcast. And while you're at it, spin a few records with Eamon on Track. Watch us duke it out on trivial debates. And let's chat about TV with the Super Mater Brothers. It's all here on the United Federation of Podcasts.